So you're a freelancer on Upwork and you're struggling. You're worried about the connects that you have to spend to be able to bid on projects. You're struggling to find work. You're struggling to interview with clients, what rate to charge, the fees that Upwork is charging. And I hear you. I started in the same place 9 years ago. We didn't have to pay for connects back then. We had a limit on the number of applications we could submit, but it wasn't that far different. And I think when I first started, I got my first project 2 weeks into applying for jobs on Upwork. I created my profile, submitted all the documents. Obviously, they had a less strict policy when it comes to actual verification and stuff. But, in terms of setting up the profile, using keywords and writing your profile in a way that makes sense, the headline that you need, the projects, the skills, all of those things were there. So it's not to say that Upwork now is harder, or you can't say, oh, it was easier then for you. But the truth of the matter is, we all want that dream. I certainly became a freelancer because I wanted personal freedom. I wanted to be able to work from anywhere. I had my laptop and I had a few skills, and I was like, hey, I can earn money from the US and I can, grow my career and I can figure this out. I really did want that personal freedom of time and money to be able to do the things that I wanted to do in my life. And I think it's the same for you. I think the goals of a freelancer are very simple. We don't want to go into an office every day and not make as much money as we know that we could make maybe on our own. We don't want to deal with managers or bosses who are mean to us or who make us work so hard and work late at night and overtime and all of these things. Freelancing can help you with all of that, but the truth of the matter is that there's still hard work. You still need to put in the effort. Right? For me, I didn't have any guidance. I watched YouTube videos and I read books from people who were teaching sales, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's selling. Yes, maybe you're an artist and you do graphic work. Maybe you have admin skills where you know how to organize and project manage. Maybe you're a copywriter. But at the end of the day, the number one thing that'll help you get work, the number one thing that'll help you make money in any environment with any product or any service is selling. Any artist who paints a painting and wants to make some money has to be able to present that in a way that it sells. They have to be able to talk about their creation. They have to be able to show their creation to the world. Sure, in some cases, beautiful things sell on their own. But most things, 99% of things, require selling. They require good writing. They require conversations to be able to tell people why they should buy or show them why they need this product in their life. What we're doing as service providers is we're helping people solve their problems. Maybe they could solve these problems on their own, but they are offering and they're asking for help. They're asking for your assistance, not because they can't do it, but because they know that if they have somebody who's a specialist, or at least somebody who's a little bit more skilled than them, or somebody who has the time and has the energy and has the mindset and has the initiative to learn, then the client can focus on what the client wants to focus on, and some of these tasks that are more specialized, they can give to other people to do. Maybe they're not graphic designers. They have a Canva account, they can do a basic thumbnail, but do they want to become an expert at making thumbnails? No, they're building a business. They're growing a following. They're selling courses, speaking engagement, coaching people, right? So the skill of learning how to make a thumbnail, it's a small part of their bigger picture. But for us as service providers, we're specializing in that service because that is our big thing, right? Maybe down the line, maybe you have aspirations to sell your own courses. Maybe you want to be a speaker as well. Maybe you want to travel the world and you want to help people by speaking on stage. Whatever the goal is, you have to start somewhere. And it's going to take energy, and it's going to take effort, and it's going to take personal development, and it's going to take mindset shifts to be able to get you to where you want to get to, right? If you're blaming your circumstance, like when I started on Upwork, I was in South Africa, and so don't blame your circumstances that, oh, you can't do the things that you want to do, or I'm not good looking, or I'm not skilled enough. Whatever the excuses are that you have, the thing that matters is, can you write a good profile? Can you tell people what you do and how it'll help them? And when they realize and when they can connect the problem they're trying to solve with you as somebody who can solve that problem, then you connect and then you can work together. That's how this whole thing operates. There's a demand for a service, a problem that's needs solving, and you are the provider of that solution. And so all you need to do is bridge that gap. All you need to do is connect. And so how do you connect with these people? And there's a reason that Upwork calls them connects. Upwork is the marketplace. They are helping us facilitate, they are helping us find the clients, and we are the ones who need the money. We need the skills. We need the development. We need a career. And so all they did was said, clients, here's a way that you can search for good talent. Freelancers, here's a way that you can find clients who want your talent. And so the connects, we're paying for connects to be able to connect with our clients. That's all it is. And it's not just about spending money on the connects. It's about spending the time and spending the energy on researching the client. If there's a company name, or they put a website in the job description, or maybe you go see the reviews that they've worked with other freelancers and the freelancers are calling out the names of the people that they've worked with, go Google those people. Go find them on YouTube or LinkedIn. Do they have a website? Go look at their website. Go study them. Go look at their Instagram accounts. If you can find the owner of the business, you're not stalking them. What you're doing is you're gathering information so that when you submit a proposal, when you submit your cover letter, you can use some of that information to indicate that you've done a little bit of background, that you've done a little bit of research on the company or on the specific problem they're having. It gives you other things. What have they paid other freelancers? What have they done in the marketplace? If they have comments on the YouTube channel and maybe they have engagement on Instagram, how are they interacting with their customers? How are they interacting with their audience? These things take a little bit of time. It's maybe going to take you 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 minutes. But the likelihood of you standing out because you've taken a little bit of energy and you've written your proposal in a way that you indicate that you've spent that time and you spent that energy, then you're going to win the work because you're going to stand out. Because 90%, 99% of the freelancers who are working on Upwork are using ChatGPT to automatically write a cover letter and automatically answering the questions that the client is asking. I've hired freelancers a ton on Upwork, and I know, and in some cases, I actually say to the freelancer, hey, I know you've used ChatGPT, but in your own words, write me your proposal as if you were talking to me. ChatGPT can give you the answers, but there's no value in that because there's no personal touch. Stand out, write something personalized. Each and every proposal that you send, every connect that you spend to find work, you should pay attention. You should value those connects. Because if you value your connects, your clients are going to see that you value the work that you're going to do for them, and they're going to hire you based on the quality and the experience that you show in that cover letter and in the answers to the questions they're asking and in the interview. That's the best way that you can stand out on Upwork today, is to actually just be genuine. Just be a human being. Like, even if you don't have a portfolio or you don't have any stars on your profile, just by virtue of the fact that you've written a proposal that speaks to the client is going to help you win the work, or at least give you a better chance of an interview. Once you get to the interview, of course, there's like a whole nother set of skills. There's sales skills, there's negotiation, there's looking professional, there's answering questions in a polite way, there's being clear and concise. All of those things, which is probably a whole separate video as well, but all of those things feature in and help bridge that gap. And in the same way that you're on Tinder and you're looking for a date, if you meet somebody and their Tinder profiles are completely different to what they are in person, you're not going to date them anymore. So put yourself in their shoes and then decide. Are you going to spend the money on the connects and then spend a little bit of time doing the research and then spend a little bit of time writing good cover letters and good proposals and then, putting the effort in the interview as well? So where am I going with all of this? I mean, eventually we want that dream outcome. We want to be successful. And my goal is to be that guide, because I didn't have anybody teaching me Upwork. I didn't have anybody teaching me marketing. I learned everything on my own. If you're trying to develop yourself, if you want to go somewhere, you notice what's working for other people. You try to mimic them, not copy, mimic them. In other words, you're going to see what they're doing and you're going to say, okay, how can I implement that in a similar way to my own proposals, my own writing, my own skills? What do I want to do? What are my goals? If you're doing things the same way every time and not getting the result you want, you have to change something, right? Copying somebody else, you're just going to copy their goals, and then when you get that goal, it's going to be like, oh, actually, this is not what I wanted. You don't want to be in that space. Because as freelancers, we're independent. And in order to be independent, we have to think independently. And so if you're depending on ChatGPT to get your work, then, well, you're just creating a dependency. Depend on yourself. Put in the effort, put in the time. And I guarantee you, with a little bit of effort, with a little bit of persistence, with a little bit of time, you will succeed. You'll get that first project. Learn. Watch the channel. Subscribe if you like. I'm making more videos like this. So comment below and let me know what you need, how I can help you specifically. Put in the effort. It'll pay off. I promise you it'll pay off.